What's your pelvic floor? By the time I realized how to engage mine and really what it was after I had my first son, and it was a little late. So let me teach you how to release and engage to have the best birth possible. So find a comfortable seat. I like to squat on 2 blocks with legs wide open. You can also take child's pose. So let's first find where's our pelvic floor. Before we can engage it, we need to know where it is. So sit nice and tall on those sit bones and just start to take some nice hip circles. And I like to think of the pelvic floor as a clock face. So you have your vaginal muscles at 12 o'clock, you have your right sit bone at 3 o'clock, your anal sphincter at 6 o'clock, and your left sit bone at 9 o'clock. And just start to find all those points of the clock face. Great, have you found them? Awesome. So let's focus on pelvic floor release. Releasing the pelvic floor is so important in having a functional birth. First, focus on releasing the pelvic floor as we take a nice deep inhale, similar to that 360 breath we did in the last video. Take a nice inhale, expand those side, those back ribs. Your diaphragm is going to expand, and as that diaphragm expands, that pelvic floor lengthens and spreads and releases. So almost like you're releasing to go to the bathroom, but you're not actually going to the bathroom, but just finding that softness, that lengthening, that release. Now, stick with that release breath on the pelvic floor if you're 36 plus weeks, because we want to focus on softening right before birth. But also, if you fall into this category, maybe you're a jaw clencher, you have constipation, pain during penetration, tailbone pain. If you feel like any of that sounds like you, stick with that releasing breath of the pelvic floor, because you might have a hypertonic pelvic floor where you already have too much tightness and you want to focus on more releasing, more give. Now, if you don't fall into that category, maybe you have a hypotonic pelvic floor and you need to work on more strengthening and finding more tension there. So let's focus on that engaging breath. So same thing we did before, that nice 360 breath. Take a nice inhale, expand those side, those back ribs, let that diaphragm drop as that pelvic floor lengthens and expands. And instead of doing a passive exhale, instead, I want you to almost like you're grabbing a tissue or a blueberry with your vaginal muscles. Maybe you're trying to hold in some gas in your anal sphincter, like you're trying not to pass gas, and draw those sit bones together as you engage back up as that diaphragm domes on the exhale. So let's do that one more time. Take a nice deep inhale, lengthen, soften, release. And then exhale, engage that vaginal muscles, engage that anal sphincter, draw those sit bones together as you exhale.